Hey, everyone. It's Blockchain Bernie here with episode 348. How Xandeum and Solana help each other. So, Xandeum, we're building that scalable storage layer for the Solana chain. And this question, how Xandeum and Solana help each other, that's actually two questions, right? How does Xandeum help Solana? And how does Solana help Xandeum? I've been asked that question so many times, like, hey, Bernie, why are you building on Solana and not on any other chain? I'll dive into some of the details there, and it might surprise you, so keep watching, because there are some things where maybe we're not 100% Solana only, right? And on the other hand, how is Xandeum helping Solana? And I'll dive into all of these details for you today. Before I do that, I have a quick ask. I hope it's not too much. Hit that like button for me. It really helps getting out this content to more people. So let's dive into how Xandeum is helping Solana first, right? And obviously, with the solution that we're building, it's extending the functionality of the Solana chain. So there will be more functionality, access to that scalable smart contract native storage layer, random access storage layer, which just offers so many more opportunities for developers that build on Solana and Xandeum. So we can just capture a whole new set of developers that build storage-enabled apps. And one of the first apps that we're building ourselves to showcase everything will be Xandipedia, the fully decentralized version of Wikipedia. So that way, Xandeum, of course, is helping Solana. It is helping the demand for Sol, right? Because we made the decision that all the storage fees, all the transaction fees to move things from Solana accounts into the Xandeum file system and back from the Xandeum file system into Solana accounts, all these transactions are being paid for in Sol. And it also obviously helps the Xandeum community, because even if the fees are paid in Sol, there is a little cut for the platform. And the platform is not us or any centralized company. The platform is you guys, the XAND token holders, the XAND, that's the Xandeum token. And it's a fully decentralized platform to run that storage layer and run the storage-enabled liquid staking. So with all that stuff, we are helping Solana attract more developers. We are helping Solana when those apps that are being built by those new developers, when those apps are being used, all the storage fees, even for the Xandeum storage layer, are being paid for in Sol. So the demand for Sol is going to be increasing even more, supporting the Sol token price. And it's also, of course, helping the Xandeum token price, the XAND token, because all these Sol rewards go right into the Xandeum DAO. So now we have that. And now the other part of the question is, how is Solana helping Xandeum, right? So first of all, we get all the traction of the Solana community, right? That is so awesome, and it's so tough to replicate that and to kind of make up for the whatever 5 years of time that they have ahead of us, and all the almost half a $500 million that they raised in venture capital and all these type of things. It is tough to replicate that without Solana. If we were to do it without Solana, technically it would be possible, but would we get the traction? No. Would we get the community of really enthusiastic builders? It would be tough, right? So Xandeum is profiting massively off of Solana, off of the Solana platform. We might not see it just yet because the product is still in the process of being built, the Xandeum storage layer. But once the storage layer is there and we really want it used and want apps and entrepreneurs to build on it, we will see how much we can profit off of the Solana community. Yeah. So I love Solana. I still love Solana. I'm still invested in Solana. Of course, I'm still invested heavily into Xandeum and the XAND token as well. And I think it's a great symbiosis there. But what I promised you in the beginning of this video, with everything that we're building here, it's fully integrated into Solana, and we're using Solana also as a trust anchor, right? So all the storage operations that we do in our scalable storage layer and within the PNodes and everything, those are being trust anchored on the Solana chain. So we are in regular intervals logging Merkle proofs of what we did in the storage layer onto the Solana chain so that it can be verified independently by anyone, so that the storage operations are correct, right? And that's in addition to the validator supervising the PNodes. It's in addition to creating Solana transactions to verify the proofs that we have in the storage layer and all these type of things. But in addition to that, we are logging Merkle proofs onto the Solana chain so that the Solana chain can function as a trust anchor. So speaking of trust anchor, one of the most trusted chains, right, that are being used as a trust anchor by so many others, of course, is the Ethereum chain, right? So there would be nothing that speak against logging these Merkle proofs to the Ethereum chain as well, and using Ethereum as a trust anchor for the whole Xandeum scalable storage layer, right? And if you really think about that, what that could mean, right? It could also mean the whole RPC infrastructure that we're building to send storage-enabled transactions to the Solana chain. Maybe at some point we build that for Ethereum or even for some L2s as well. And that way can become the storage repository for blockchain access, right? And just have one huge file system that can be used by smart contracts on any chain. That would be a very, very cool vision, but that would be something that is number two, right? First of all, we're building that storage layer for the Solana chain so that we're kind of 100% focused and do that. And then we add the second trust anchor with the Ethereum chain. And then we see whether there's demand to build this RPC infrastructure in front of the other smart contract chains as well, which would be a very, very nice vision for Xandeum as a whole. All right. And I've seen, again, there has been some engagement here, even though this is not an AMA. I'm just streaming this live here. But I have my live comments turned on. So let me read a few of these comments for you here. Bikramjit says hello and good evening. Namto says GM. Yeah, it's that blockchain meme, right? And crypto meme. And then someone named you says, it is hard to be a validator after having the correct computer. Thank you, Bernie. It is, to be a Solana validator, it's quite hard. It takes a lot of investment. To be a validator on Xandeum's DevNet, no, it's not that hard. It's way, way easier. And we're setting up that DevNet as we speak, actually. The DAO proposal for running our DevNet with the validator nodes is just going to the last day of voting. So if you want to get started running a validator, maybe train a bit to become a Solana validator or whatever it might be. It would be a nice idea to become a Xandeum validator in Xandeum's DevNet. Yeah, Fox Crypto Boss said it depends on your technical skills. Absolutely. But even with the Xandeum DevNet, you don't need that, that high level of technical skills that you need for a Solana validator. So it's a good entry point. Yeah, so those were some of the live questions here. I love you guys engaging live while I do my live streams here. And for today, thanks again for watching. Remember, Solana and Xandeum love each other. Give us that love as well. Give me that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments here. And let's build this platform. Let's get everyone excited here. Buy your XAND tokens on Jupiter. Just go to jup.ag, type in the token name, XAND. Buy your XAND tokens there. Stake with our liquid staking solution at XANDSol, XANDSOL.Xandeum.network. And stake your soul there. If you don't do it, you're leaving money on the table, and you get the absolute best APY on all of the Solana chain on our liquid staking